I didn't
Oh,
forget at
wow.
all.
No, not at all.
I didn't forget my fan at all.
Oh, here. Let's. Oh, no. The intro's playing again. Oh, no. Oh, it's. There we go. Much better. A mess. But yes, hello, hi, and welcome to a finale edition of The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay. I am currently actually just drinking water because I just finished my other drink. Because hydration is of the essence of Hall. Shout out to Jada Essence Hall. So, and I'm so sorry I forgot there is an addendum to my intro today because I do have a cute intro and I have lots of cute merch I'm wearing and holding today. There are several things, including but not limited to shirts. I am wearing my Saphira Crystal shirt from the Crystal Ball. I am thrilled that I got to see her live in her one-woman show, currently touring across the U.S. If you are in a city she is coming to, I could not recommend more going to see Mother Saphira Crystal because it was one of the best drag shows I've ever been to. But in addition to that, I also have the Mother Saphira fan. This is actually my roommate's, but I got permission to borrow from him today. And then I'm also wearing my Bernie hat because shout out to Bernie. But we're wearing it backwards today because that's kind of the vibe. But yes, all the things. And yes.
Work. Are we done?
Yes.
Okay. Just one.
But no kidding. I'm so used to doing the merch plug that I'm like, oh, I don't have to do the merch plug today. Work.
Well, hello, hi, everyone. It is me. It is Lana, your resident evil diva. I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I am currently just drinking on some water because hydration, of course, is important, but always keeping nearby and never far from my eye is my cup mug. And you can get your cup mug or any of our cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship domestically here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and we do ship internationally. So there are no excuses. So you want to get your cup mug or any of our cup merch now, period.
And hi, hello, I am River, your Brazilian correspondent here on The Cup. And today I'm finishing up some huge coffee. And I also have some water because I'm going to need it when I finish this coffee. So
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have a cute fan too, by the way. I don't know.
Yes.
Mine is Miss Ivana Drink.
New UK resident Ivana Drink.
Period. I know you've seen it before, but I saw Logan showing off their new fan, so I want to show off my fan too.
I've got several new fans that I'm excited to show off more frequently. Because DragCon and drag shows, and I'm happy that I got to do both of those things. I'm excited to have a break from all of the drag, which is really nice because now moving into next week, we've only got 2 DragRace franchises for a minute, and it's gonna be really happy. I'm not gonna lie, but
moving away from the drag, but then editing all of the content for DragCon, which
the DragCon videos are coming. I promise. There's just a lot of editing that's gonna go into it, but the DragCon videos are coming. I promise. But we're here. It's over. All Stars 9 is over. We have a winner.
We do.
We'll talk about her because
we will.
So thrilled. But we're going to dive into basically part 2 of the finale. We'll talk a little bit about part 1 of the finale and why it was the single most irrelevant episode of Drag Race ever. But we'll talk about the finale in its entirety. Before we do, though, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we are here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. That means a lot of drag currently. And we've got 3 other channels as well, where we are talking all things TV, Eurovision, and wrestling. So make sure to check out those as well as our audio podcast links and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access, including early access to the Look Over Here episodes for the Drag Race franchises we are currently covering. All those links are down in the description below. And before we dive into this episode, I have a special treat. So take a listen and watch, because there's a visual and an audio.
Well, I'm here with this beautiful diva.
Hi, the cup. It's me, Severe Crystal, and I guarantee you, I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm wearing this shirt today because I'm on theme.
You are.
This is blue too.
Oh
What is
my
darker
God.
blue? Oh my god.
Yeah. So she was kind enough to do a quick little video for us when I was at her meet and greet. So shout out to Zafir Cristal. We love
She
her.
said she'll see us soon. So does that mean she wants to come on the cup?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I would love that, honestly. Let her get through her one-woman show, and maybe we can catch her, sometime after that.
That's all I want. Take your time. I don't rush anybody. I want to see so many people on the cup, but I don't want to rush
Right.
anybody. So
Right.
just know the cup is here. We
Yeah.
will wait
Doors are open.
patiently. The doors are always open for any
Of course.
amazing queen to walk through these doors to come and talk to us, and on any of our channels.
And
If
share
you are-
some tea.
And we do have some very, very fun guests planned for sometime pretty soon. So stay tuned. That's all I'll say about that.
All I know is, y'all, we putting in the work here, and I've
Yeah.
been putting in some work. Logan has been putting in some work. We are trying to get as many people to come on this show for all of the channels. Like literally, we putting in the work. So I'm working
Yeah.
hard on TV right now because y'all know my Love Island fix just won't let
Ah.
me go. So I'm working very hard right now for that, for the TV. That's who I'm trying to.
I know. Makes me happy,
It's
but
hard, but I'm trying. But yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome. I love that. Mr. Fair, take your time, but we're here. We're
right.
here.
I'm like, I have all the tour dates on my back. So I don't know when her tour is over, but all the tour dates are on my back. So
Come to South America, please. I don't want to be cliche, but come to Brazil, girl.
Right.
come to Brazil. Do it. Thank
Word.
you.
You're very
But yes.
beautiful, girl.
But yes, let's briefly talk about the part 1 of the finale, where it's honestly, I will say, though it being an irrelevant episode, there was a lot that I really, really enjoyed. And for me specifically, it was seeing the queens and the backup dancers doing their choreography stuff, because that's stuff we've really never seen them show on Drag Race. And I was like, oh, this is a really cool, like, addition to, seeing what's going on behind the scenes. I know they had to fill time with it, but I liked seeing it.
That's valid. Although I strongly disagree.
I just think all the dancers are hot, so it was nice to see them for more than just the performances.
It's just, here's my thing. They could have edited some of the stuff out from episode 11, right? From the part 1, and kind of done maybe a 1 hour and 30-minute episode with everything. Or given us something something different. I think the rehearsal part was unnecessary, and it was edited weird. Like, it wasn't all together. It was like in segment. It was just
because they kept
a
switching
strange
back and forth
episode.
between the Tic Tac lunches and the rehearsals and them in the workroom, and it was I think it's because they were contractually obligated to have 12 episodes. And so I think that's why they did it this way, because Paramount signed them on for 12 episodes for this season.
But here's my thing. I know this is a staple, and we do this every year, and we have to do this little tic tac lunch. I hate it. I hate it. I
do
can't
too.
stand it. I don't need it. I don't want it. It's like I feel like it could be something else to fill that time. I don't know what else it could be, but I just don't.
You know
I
what I
don't.
like? When they do instead of in the finale, when they do instead of a Tic Tac lunch, they do the finalists meeting with one of the winners. I
The way
prefer
they do it on
that.
like the internationals, yeah.
Yeah, I prefer that. I think that's more interesting because then they can like talk to someone that just been through what they're going through
Right.
and can kind of guide them to their
What's to
possible
come.
future if they
Right.
win. Yeah, or even if they don't, like just like it, I think it's more interesting.
Yeah.
And also because this is a non-elimination season, it's like when there's 4 people to do the Tic Tac lunch, that's already a lot. But like with the whole
Right.
cast, like
You
Right.
got 8 of them to do it. Yeah, it's a
like,
lot.
This is a lot. I was just like, no, thank you. I literally, honestly skipped past all of that because I was
I think
like,
my favorite part of this
Thank you.
episode was like the beginning with the pink box. That was just like stupid.
Oh
throwaway
shit,
fun.
yeah, because
Like that
Yeah.
was the
We've got
most
the-
fun part.
we've got the pink box kind of challenges,
Like
Chanel
bears.
having to act like a squirrel,
yeah,
Georges getting her
Holding the
Georges
card
getting her
upside down.
Achilles, literally. Georges holding the card upside down and then getting her Achilles heel, which is celebrity impersonation. And then she's
And
just
he
like,
was like,
whoa! And I'm like, girl, okay. That is the easiest way for Georges to get out of it. I have to say as well, coming out of this season, I am a much bigger Georges fan than I was previously. I gotta, like,
Mhm.
her and Vanjie for me are the people who I think my opinion of them has grown so much over this season. Because I didn't particularly care for either of them previously. I'll be honest. Like, they're both very talented individuals. But I had never really particularly loved either of them. And coming out of the season, I'm like, both of you are really fun. And I'm like, it's really fun.
that's so funny because as somebody who's never watched their previous seasons, when they came, I would love them. I like Georges and Vanjie were 2 of my favorites in this
Mhm.
season, and I was just like, I actually really liked them. And so hearing that a lot of people did not care for them for their previous seasons is wild to me because I was just like, huh, these are like some of the people I like the most, and then the people who
Mhm.
everybody who was liking the most, I was like, I'm cool on them.
Roxy.
Like
I
very
think,
cool.
you know
on them.
Yeah.
You know what I think? Maybe it's because both Georges and Vanjie on their original seasons, they were like more insecure, and they came out this season
Yes.
so confident and just having fun.
Mhm, mhm.
And
Yeah.
I think that's why
Growth.
it was such like a big difference.
Definite growth.
So I think that's maybe-
More Georges than Vanjie. Like, you can tell there's so much growth in Georges. We watched Georges
We watched the
grow
growth
up on this
right,
season.
On this season, yeah. Georges went through
And
a
she's-
whole.
Yeah.
She's 24. Like,
Yeah.
the possibilities are endless for her. And like, I to that point exactly, River, I definitely agree. I think seeing them both on their previous seasons, they felt more like characters. It felt like they were putting on, like, especially, I will say again, especially with Georges, on her original season, she was like, hello, it's gorgeous like Georges. Ow. And like, that's cute and lovely for a TV character. I feel like we got to know the real Georges this season. And I really got to know who
very
Georges is as a
LaDonja,
person.
kind of, right?
Very
First
that,
around.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I'm so happy we got to know more about Georges and Vanjie. Because they both, everyone on this season felt a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more real than what we had seen them previously, which I really, really appreciate. But yeah, we had Chanel doing the squirrel shit. My favorite one was Gottmik. Give a critique to the person on your left about what they're wearing currently in the style of Michelle Visage. You know what I love about you, Chanel? You're just so Vegas. I loved it because it's so Michelle. It's so Michelle that it's just, it was so good. And then each one of them wins.
True.
And also very true.
Yeah,
But each one of them wins an additional $1,500 for their charity. Good. I knew there were going to be extra chances for everybody to get money for charity.
Absolutely, because there's no way you go let all these people come on for charity and don't let them win the more money.
Right.
They should win. So
Right. So then we get an actual mini challenge. I forgot about this.
I actually like this mini challenge. I'm gonna be honest.
I wish this had just been the challenge for episode 11. I gotta be honest with you.
I really wish they would have taken to the main stage.
I don't know. I don't know that the crew would have liked that though. I don't know if y'all have heard this tea. I'm spilling tea today.
Maybe
there is allegedly currently a lawsuit happening against 5 of the queens on this season by the production staff because of the way that they were treated.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
Ooh.
Yep.
So the only queens that are not involved in that are Nina, Chanel, and Angeria.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else, there's like an active, because a lot of people are thinking that it might actually be breach of contract. Because there's probably a part in the contract where it's like you have to treat the production staff with respect. And it's always been a back and forth thing where, like, in the early seasons, production staff did not treat the queens well at all. And now we're kind of seeing the exact opposite, where now the queens are not treating them well. Mm-hmm. So honestly, for the staff's sake, I'm kind of glad they didn't have to do this as a maxi challenge. But
yeah, when I saw Untucked that it was like with the staff, it kind of felt very, they were forced. Some of them felt that they were forced to say those positive things that they said about the queens. It felt very uncomfortable, to be quite honest. When TS was like asking them, like that was just felt very forced to kind of like sell an idea that all of the queens are like these. Not saying that they're not, but like it just felt that it was forced for us to see like the queens as like people that can do no wrong and they're like amazing and treat everybody well all the time. Like, you know, it was very that.
Interesting.
Anyway,
I would hate to be part of a lawsuit. I don't treat people right.
Allegedly.
My brand, allegedly. Everything
and
is
honestly,
alleged on this podcast.
Everything is alleged information.
Everything is
on the banner.
We already said it.
And honestly, the 3 queens that are not in that are not surprising to me at all.
I'm not surprised at all. Like when you
that's no shade to the other 5, but like that really does not. Nina, Angie, and Chanel being the ones that actually treat production properly does not surprise me.
First of all, Nina being on Broadway knows that you have to treat your crew so much better.
And Chanel having done drag for 30 years.
Every year.
Being like a host and all that.
Right. She knows you treat, and then Angeria just being the Southern country, like
the nicest person,
his mama raised him right.
Do you think that has anything to do with why we ended up getting the winner that we did? Because honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it did. It wouldn't
surprise me at all.
Like, I don't think they want to crown a winner who's currently in an active lawsuit against the production that did her season.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Scenarios. Anyway, nothing happens. No one wins this. It's all for fun. It was a cute, fun, whatever moment. But we got our rehearsal, Tic Tac lunch, all that mid stuff.
The one thing about the Tic Tac lunches, which was kind of but Roxy's part when she was talking about abandonment. That
she was talking about how her grandma abandoned her.
Yep.
You know, I did really feel bad for Roxy. I did. Just.
Well, like all of she told us like the whole like summarized story, but like I'm glad to see that she had people behind her and beside her that are like we're there for her and she is in a good place now. But I think that from the Tic Tac lunches, that was like the one moment that was worth something.
I agree. And I would say the only other one that stood out to me specifically was Chanel's, where she was just kind of like, I'm just really appreciative. I really appreciate just getting this second shot third, but getting another shot after so many years because, you know, we had heard her like talking to Ru about, you know, questioning her worth a little bit and being like, am I supposed to be here? Kind of, comparing herself to everyone else. We'll talk about it. Maybe Chanel should have been in the top 3. But But yeah, so we have the Tic Tac and the rehearsal, blah 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 blah. And then at the very end of this part 1, we got a video message, not from RuPaul, but the only appearance of T.S. Madison in this finale, which made me upset. But I was happy to see her nonetheless. And she is revealing to the queens about the double diamond twist, where the queens are going to vote for the person that they want to see their badge count doubled at the end of the variety extravaganza. And so now everyone's going into panic social strategy race mode. Now, I want to know from y'all, as people that, you know, we do watch some more than others. We watch competitive reality competition shows. Who would y'all have voted for? Because my choice would have been instantly the easiest. I know exactly who I would have voted for.
I know exactly who and why I would have voted.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing that the finale is a lip sync for the win,
Mm-hmm.
I would have chosen the person that I'm least afraid to lip sync against.
Oh,
AKA Nina West.
Nina. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
That's what I would have done.
Completely fair.
Yeah.
Lana, what about you?
I would have put my vote on probably for the same reason, but not the same reason, because I'm not saying that this person couldn't win the lip sync, but who I would probably win the lip sync against. I would probably have given it to Plastique, actually, because she ain't never won no lip sync. And
Fair.
I will be like, I can beat her in a lip sync. And even if you know, I would probably give it to Plastique, because I'm like, everybody probably won't give it to Plastique because she has
scared.
so many badges. And so they'll be like, I want to give it her. I'm scared that if she does win, she'll double her badges and pass me. But I'm like, I ain't scared of her. I will probably give it to Plastique because she won't win the lip sync. I'll just beat her in the lip sync, and that'll be what it is. So I will probably give it to Plastique. And knowing nobody else is going to give it to Plastique.
Can I add to my answer? Because I just thought of something else.
Yeah.
Maybe I could have also voted for the person whose charity I would like to win if my charity didn't.
That's fair.
Or in the same train of thought, like the person that I wouldn't mind losing to.
Right.
Anyway, so
it's like I maybe would have voted for the person that was, you know, my closest ally in this season, the person like you said, who's, you know, who I would be fine also seeing winning. For me, instantaneously, my vote goes to Roxy Andrews because she has the most badges.
That also makes sense.
So it doesn't matter if she has more badges. We all basically knew that Roxy was guaranteed a spot in the top 3. There were some math things that could have prevented her from being in the top 3, but we all kind of knew that she was going to be there because she had 5 going into the finale. So my vote would have gone to whoever the hell had the most badges, because then it keeps it competitive, especially if I'm a girl with 3 badges here. I'm going to make sure I'm voting for the person with the most badges to basically just secure that spot. Okay, and now I need to focus on getting one of the other 2 spots.
So,
I
can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
If I was voting on charity, though, and like whose charity, for me personally, I probably would have voted for either Angeria, Chanel, or Georges.
For me, it would have been Angeria or Gottmik, because I would have loved to donate to
Trans Lifeline too is so good. Yeah, Trans Lifeline is great.
All those charities are great, but mine is strictly Angeria for obvious.
What?
I would go to Angeria, period.
You know
what?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm be honest. No, yeah. Black people.
That is the most surprising thing I've ever heard.
I know. Like you would never guess I would do that. You would never guess I would do that.
I bet everyone gagged when you said that.
Gagged when
everyone. Let us know how gagged you were in the comments below at Lana's commentary about supporting Black people.
I mean, why would I do that? Why would I do that? I never do that.
I don't know.
I never do that here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I definitely would have gone either Angeria because I do love what the National Black Justice Coalition are doing, or one of the two mental health charities, either Georges or Chanel, because that is something that affects me very personally.
It affects me too, but you know.
Yeah. So it would have been one of those three, but also Trans Lifeline is also gorge. So,
Absolutely.
you know.
All these charities are great. They are.
All of them are, even the ASPCA.
ASPCA.
That's still just... oh my god. But
with the foxtails.
So we leave off on a cliffhanger of that. We go into the second part of the finale. We come into the workroom. Everyone's immediately crying.
Oh no, wait. Because the finale episode had something.
But before we get
breaking
everyone
news.
crying, we get a breaking news segment from who I'm going to say, please, for the love of God, makes the first Madam President.
Period.
Vice President Kamala Harris.
Vote blue. Period.
Vote blue.
Make sure to check out the description below to where we have the vote.org link for you. Make sure to register to vote, please.
And vote blue.
Do it.
Period.
Please. That's why our background is blue. Also, the promo was blue. But yes, we see Kamala Harris, gorge.
Leslie Jones.
With a smattering of Drag Race people, including Michelle Visage, of course, Jamal Sims, of course, Leslie Jones back on Drag Race,
Lance Bass is
Lance
here.
Bass. I was gonna say that was probably, and Cheyenne Jackson. Now I know, so they're currently filming All Stars 10. So a lot of people are like, when the hell did they film? I fully believe they filmed this last week. Like, it had to have been very, very recently. And that's A, why Rue probably isn't there. B, why they probably grabbed all of the Drag Race adjacent people that they could in Los Angeles to be like, hey, want to come film this real cute thing with
Yeah, who's available?
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
but it's some of the best guest judges we've had. Well, Lance Bass hasn't been a guest judge yet.
He needs to be.
Maybe he is for All Stars 10.
Or season 17.
Or season 17.
Yes, God.
Let's work.
I was just so happy to see Leslie Jones back on Drag Race in some capacity. I was like, I'll take it. And then she had the sign upside down. I was like, ah.
Yeah.
I love her.
Leslie Jones deserves to be a multi-time guest judge because she is unequivocally my favorite Drag Race guest judge of all time.
Yep. Mine too.
I love her.
Of all time. She is just
the fact that she
so
loves
good.
Drag Race as much as we do and is not afraid to like fangirl over it.
It's so good.
She's the one.
I love Leslie Jones because she does not mind when she fangirls over something. She goes all in, and I cannot wait to see how she goes in for these Olympics on her TikTok.
Oh my God, yes! I can't wait.
She is going to go in. I love it. I just love Leslie Jones. She's so stupidly funny, and it's so crazy. And I love that she's a Drag Race fan. I didn't get to see her as a host because I didn't watch it at the time, but I can't wait to see her. I hope she comes back. I really hope she comes back.
I do too.
She's like the best cheerleader there is.
I love her.
Truly.
I love her.
But,
Leslie Jones, if you want to come on the cup, we would love that. We would love
Leslie Jones, please come on the cup. I would cry.
Kai scream and throw up.
The whole review would be the magazine chat. But yes, okay. They walk into the workroom. Speaking of crying, they're all crying. But they're getting ready for their stuff, whatever. And then we get a cameo from Kylie Sonique Love. Yes!
I actually know who she is.
Hey! Good. I mean, we love Kylie. We love Kylie up in here.
Kylie.
We really do.
We do.
We stand Kylie. She is looking good. I love that when Gottmik ran over to pick her up because they're really good friends. She was like, new titties, bitch. New titties. I love it. And then we also get...
She's so effortlessly funny.
Effortlessly, gorgeously funny. Yes. And then we get a video cameo from Jimbo. Good, love, wonderful.
Over in Dublin, doing what Jimbo does and work. Look, booked and busy as she should. And All-Stars winner of last season. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
she should be a part of this.
And
so that was lovely.
and Kylie never got her opportunity to crown anyone or do that kind of stuff. So it makes me so happy that they brought her back to do this, because the All-Star season after hers was the All-Winner season.
Okay.
And it's like, they ain't gonna bring Kylie Sonique Love in to crown the All-Winner season winner. Like,
right.
So I'm happy that, 3 years later, we finally get Miss Kylie coming in. And I didn't pull her finale look, but oh God, does that bitch look so good in the finale. Ah, done.
Funny.
And
She is one of my favorite winners of all
see,
time. I love Kylie.
Chanel mentioned that like Kylie is like her favorite.
Her favorite drag entertainer of all time.
Her favorite drag entertainer. I'm like, of course she has taste.
Kylie, we knew Chanel had taste.
I mean,
we been knew, but no, I love Kylie so much. I love Kylie so much.
Love to see her get her flowers and get her moment.
Definitely. But then we get some workroom stuff that it's all just.
Everyone
But you have this many badges, double diamond, and if you have this many badges, I have this many badges, and if she has this many badges, then oh my God, I don't know what's gonna happen. Whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of just chit chat, blah blah blah.
Should we just go to the runway?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Great. Everyone got the memo this week except for RuPaul.
But she, like I said yesterday, is in Brat Green on the same episode.
She is
Kamala
in Brat Green.
was just on, and then Kamala is using the Brat Green on her campaign. So like it all kind of
goes together.
Makes a lot of sense.
It does go together.
I mean, here's the thing. This is still all about Kamala, because the pink and then the green is her sorority colors, the AKAs.
Yes,
we
God.
see you out there. Yes, God, Divine
The
Nine.
messaging is astronomical in this judging panel. But for the first time in a minute, we have a guest judge on the finale, which I didn't mind because I love Connie Britton. I was so happy she was there.
I had no idea who this woman was, but I was like, sure, she's there. Great.
She's been on TV for like the longest time. She was on Nashville. She was on American Horror Story. Yeah, she's the woman. She's the mother on Nashville.
Yeah. That's where I've seen her.
That's where I knew her from. I'm like, okay, I've seen her before. I didn't remember.
I was like, I didn't know who she was. When you said Nashville, I'm like,
she was on Friday Night Lights too. Friday Night Lights, Nashville, and 9/11 or 911 are the things that she is the most known for, probably.
See, my thing is, if we're gonna have a guest judge for the finale, I want it to be like a guest judge that's already been a judge like once or twice, or like TS or Leslie Jones or Jamal, like
Jamal would have been cute. I wasn't mad at Miss Connie because I like her, but
or like Lonnie Love.
It felt a little. It felt
somebody that is like.
There's Lonnie Love again,
right?
Everybody say Lonnie
like
Love.
Her being a guest judge. It's just like, because it's the last episode, I would rather have like just family, or like somebody that's like family adjacent. Right.
But, like even a Cheyenne Jackson would have been a good choice for this.
I mean, I feel like it should have been somebody who's been on the season, like somebody who's been there as a guest judge that season, who knows the girls, who
or even there. Kylie.
They ain't gonna put another drag queen on the panel.
I know, but I would like to see it. I would like to see it.
No, they're not doing
Me
that.
too.
But yeah, I think it should have been something. I think it should have been C.S. Madison, honestly, because she had been this season, and it would have made sense. She's known these girls. She's seen what they can do on the runway.
She's a permanent panelist, so I don't know if there was a schedule conflict or something. Maybe. We only saw her on 2 episodes, which makes me upset. But
whatever. But I think her looks good. I like this.
She looks great. Everyone looks good.
Yeah,
everyone looks good.
Everyone looks good to me. But we'll talk about.
Who's kind of serving? Who's kind of serving it the most for me?
Ross.
The hilarious Ross Matthews.
I love.
He kind of is.
I want this outfit so bad.
I would wear that outfit.
I would wear that outfit.
It would look so good in this outfit. Michelle looks real good too. I love Michelle's hair here. It's so good.
I just wish the pink was a little bit more like not as pale because it's like almost the same color as her skin.
Yeah.
So I wish it was just like a little bit more of a
looks more beige than pink.
like a baby pink and not like a mauve, light mauve. So
yeah, it definitely looks more beige than pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She still looks good though.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about our Slay It Forward variety extravaganza performances. We've got the first 4 on screen right now, which are Angeria, Gottmik, Georges, and Plastique, all of which did basically the same thing in different iterations.
Their own version of original songs.
Correct.
In very different directions.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I will say, I enjoyed 2 of these more than others. I think everybody did good. Let's start off there. I think everybody did really good. But as far as what I enjoyed watching the most, 2 of these stood out more than others. And that's Angeria and Georges. I think Georges ate this down. For me, Georges was the best in this 4. I think Georges she kind of did that. She kind of did the doggone thing with this one. And first, that death-defying slide across the stage, I was like, girl, wait, hold on. You're crazy. But I thought she kind of ate it down. Angeria to me was so good. And it's like the song is called Park and Bark. And like she was supposed to just bark. But I think she did a really good job. It was kind of like very sophisticated, very classy, very just like, I'm going to show you how to do this. And it was very much a performance. I thought Gottmik was good. I thought it was good, but I was not like, that was so good. And I thought Plastique's was good. I love the marshmallow at the end when her boobs with the sparkler boobs. Love that moment. I was like, yes, you better sparkle your marshmallow. Like, I love to see the growth that we saw in Plastique on this season, and that she is allowing herself to be pretty, allowing herself to be goofy, allowing herself to be just come out of her shell and do more. And I love that. And I love the growth that we witnessed this season with Plastique. And I thought she was really good, really, really good. But I just really, really enjoyed Georges and Angeria's so much in this first group.
Do you want to go next, Logan, or can I?
Oh no, go ahead, darling.
Okay.
Go for it.
So I agree with you, Lana, with the fact that nobody did bad. Not just like these 4, but like overall, everyone did, in my opinion, above average or more. But here's my thing. I don't mind the queens doing as a talent show an original song, like a performance to an original song. But what I do need is for them to bring something, at least one extra element to that performance to kind of make it a tiny bit different and not like kind of repetitive for us as viewers, because they know that probably more than one person is going to do their own version of an original song. So like I need them to have at least something to make it their own. And to me, Gottmik did that and Plastique did that. And Angeria and Georges kind of didn't have that extra element for me. Angeria kind of a little bit with like the different take of it being more of a mix of kind of like burlesque-ish. Right?
It was more of like a jazz standard than anything else.
Yeah. But like I said, it was good. I enjoyed it. Still, I enjoyed all of the performances. But like to me, I needed to have like just something else, like something to turn it around and like give it a different element to the performance. So like Gottmik with the guitar and Plastique with the fire titties and the marshmallow, like, because then she brought a stunt and some comedy and camp to like a dance performance. So that's kind of like where I'm at. So to me, out of these 4, my favorites were Plastique and Georges, because even though George's didn't have like an extra element, like I mentioned, like her performance was so well choreographed, and she had like that stunt at the end, and just like different from other performances that I've seen of George's, this time she also emoted in the face. So that to me was what kind of like brought her performance forward to me. So out of these four, my favorites were Plastique and George's for sure.
I think, interestingly enough, I have a different opinion on who I think the two standouts were.
I love that.
In that I think it was Angeria and Plastique.
Mhm.
I think George's dancing was great. The performance of it was really great. I really didn't like her song. And I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that it wasn't her vocal. It was, I believe it to be Ocean Kelly, who does great work. And we hear Ocean Kelly a lot. Ocean Kelly did a bunch of these songs, actually. Whereas Ocean Kelly is a guest judge, let's be honest. But the fact that it wasn't George's vocals really threw me off on the song. And the song was like, I'm the best performer, I'm the best at this, I'm the best at that. These girls can't do that because I'm the best. And it just felt a little generic for me. I thought Gottmik's, I thought Gottmik's performance was good. I didn't like that it wasn't actually her playing the guitar. And I would have rather had it. It was plugged in to make you think it was, but baby, she was not playing.
I was kind of looking to try to figure out if it was or not, but I couldn't tell.
But her song, I actually really, really enjoyed. I really enjoyed her song. I didn't love the performance in the way of George's, where I liked the performance and I didn't love the song. Angie and Plastique for me were the two where I liked the performance and the song. Plastique's obviously coming out with the big robe and then the arms revealing and then the snatch and the reveal of this armored bodysuit gig was so good. The sparkler titties were so good. The one critique I had of Plastique's performance is that there were certain moments where she went a little dead in the face because you could tell she was concentrating on what she was doing, which is not a bad thing. I would rather see that than someone completely forget what they were doing. But I definitely noticed that there were some moments where she just went a little like, okay, no, this is where I'm at in the face. But I thought the overall performance was good. The garment looks gorgeous on her. But my favorite out of these four, hands down, was Angeria because it was an original song, but it was different. She went this route of this jazz standard park and bark, which is what we know her to do. And she does it so wonderfully. And there was still that element of the comedy in it. It felt so Angeria in that way. At the end with the "you ugly bitch," like it all felt so on brand. And she looked stunning. She moved stunningly. It was the epitome of, you don't have to do a whole lot to sell your performance and that's exactly what she's saying in the song. And for me, she did that. So.
Yeah, I love a good park and bark moment. If you can do it right.
Me too.
If you can do it right, but you have to be able to do it right. And it's a very thin line that if you cross it, you totally can ruin it. And I felt like she told that fine line and made it enjoyable.
You gotta find like different ways to captivate the audience.
Absolutely, right? But you have to do it, but you still parking and barking. It's mostly in the face, and it's in how you emote the song. And I really enjoyed that. I really did. I really did.
Most definitely. Any other thoughts on these four before we move to the other four?
Yeah, I think
I
think we're good.
Then let's move to our back half of the performances. We have Nina, Roxy, Chanel, and Vanjie. Nina and Vanjie doing original songs and performances, like dance performances, kind of. Roxy doing an original song with a burlesque performance. And Chanel being the only person who didn't do a song, but instead she's doing some death-defying juggling and, very Vegas, if you will. Mm-hmm. Very Vegas. Mm-hmm. Lana, let's start with you. What did you think of these four?
I like this half because of how different everybody, we had burlesque, we had juggling, and we had two singings and lip syncing or whatever. I liked Nina's performance. Um, I liked that it felt very Broadway for me. It felt very Broadway. It felt very like da, 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 like I'm doing this, and we even had the Broadway kicks like at the end. It was like bop, bop, bop. That I loved that aspect of it. Um, I thought Roxy did a really good job at her burlesque, but my thing is, we knew you would go do it. We knew you could do it. You've done it before, and you've done well with it. Like I knew Roxy was going to do well with this, and she did. She did really well. I kind of like Roxy with the black hair. I'm not gonna lie, I was very surprised. Like, oh, okay. I kind of like her with the black hair. Um, Vanjie just did what Vanjie does, and she did it well. Like Vanjie knows how to perform. Vanjie knows how to come out and give us uh Beyonce moment esque. Like the wind in the hair, she go dance, she go get it's going like when she was working with the dancers, I was like, oh, she's going to eat this up. She about to eat this up. The way she was coming up with the choreography and they were feeling her and they were like, okay, yeah, okay. Like the way they worked together during their rehearsal time, I was like, she about to eat this up. And she did. And I loved her performance. I'm like, not the leotard, not the was
The
it the leotard?
bodysuit.
Yeah,
Bodysuit.
yeah.
I
All
think.
the different ones. And she was like, for Michelle Visage, all the different leotards, just all the different ones. And just, I loved it. I thought it was great. And Chanel, honestly, I liked hers the most because it was different, because it wasn't the same. And she was juggling these bowling pins, these light up bowling pins. I'm like, cool work. Then she went to the knives, and I was like, oh, okay. Now you're really that good because you ain't juggling knives if you ain't confident and sure you could do it. And I love that. I love that she was able to do that. Then she put the box on her chin at the end. I love the variety of it because, like you said, the first half was all singing and dancing. We saw that all through the first half, and then three out of the four, the 3 out of 4 in this half was all singing and dancing. Which I'm like, sure, but for Chanel to come out being the oldest queen there, coming back from season 1 of this thing and showing why she's so different and why she's good at what she does, why she's been in this game for 30 years and still pulling out tricks that we ain't seen. I love that for her. And I enjoyed her performance the most out of this 4, but then quickly followed by Miss Vanjie because I just love a good performance. If you're going to give me a performance, baby, give me a performance. Make me feel like I want to get on stage and dance with you. And that's what Vanjie did for me.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with Nina. I like that Nina went to like what she does best, which is like musicals, Broadway, that kind of stuff. So like I see it. I see why she did that. I think the performance was fun. I like the message the most. Like that's my favorite part of the performance, just like the message overall. I don't think the performance was bad by any means. It was just not for me. You know what I mean? It's just not my thing. It was not for me. But I think she did well. She looked good. She didn't mess up like any words or choreo or any of that. So like it was just a solid performance, just not my personal taste. So Roxy, I enjoyed her performance. I think she did really well. It's just, to me, like this is an opportunity to show more. And if you're gonna do the same number, not the same number, but like the same type of number that you did the last time you were on the show, like it needs to have something different enough to make those two numbers like have to show your growth between those two times. Because like if you're doing the same thing you were doing years ago, is like, okay, but what else, right? Because you know you can do that well. We've known that for years. So like I just wanted either a different type of number or an elevation of this type of number, which I don't think this was. But it wasn't a bad performance, again, by any means, but like kind of okay. But she looked amazing. Like, I love her in all black. Like, she looks so good. So good. But when has Roxy looked bad? I don't remember a time. So, yeah. Vanjie, I think, I was very entertained the whole time. I enjoyed the performance. I like that stunt at the end that, like, she threw herself off stage. That was fun. The hair in the wind, like all of that, the choreography was good, and then like the hair flowing, that was beautiful. It was a good performance, but like I was whelmed. You know what I mean? I was just whelmed. It was just good. I wasn't. Yeah, it didn't give me anything more than that. It was just enjoyable and entertaining, and that's it. But like I said in the beginning, like nobody did bad, nobody flopped, everyone was good. But then we get to Mother Chanel, and then here is where production lost me, because Chanel not being in the top for this challenge is it's I don't have the words. Like, her talent show was like talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, showstopper, like never been done before, not afraid to reference, not reference, spit on it, throw, like
literally never been done before.
Like literally never been done before. Like I just juggling knives in heels, like
on TV,
like looking like that, a girl.
Yeah.
Please. This, yeah. Like, Chanel had the best talent show for me, maybe of all talent shows.
Oh, wow.
If not the best, like,
Okay.
she's definitely, for me, like, I can say confidently, like, top 5.
I would
like,
agree with top 5 for
overall,
sure.
like, all talent shows, all franchises, all of that. Like, top 5 for sure. So, yeah. My 2 favorites overall were Chanel and Plastique, but I wouldn't be mad with the top 2 being Chanel and Georges, or yeah, that's it actually.
Okay. Here's what I'll say. Nina's made a lot of sense for Nina, and I'm not mad at it for Nina. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Like, it was very campy. It was very Nina. She had a lot of very intricate lyrics, which I think, like, and she pulled it off really, really well. She is a great performer, and I'm happy that we got to see her end off her Drag Race experience on such a high note, because it was really good. I will actually say, I think my least favorite performance of this challenge was Roxy. For a lot of the same reasons that y'all were saying. Like, we knew she was going to do something burlesque, and she's good at it. She's really good at it. This performance felt so phoned in. The vocal on her track felt so weird.
It was off. The audio mixing was off.
It was boring, unfortunately. Like, it was just boring, which I was really sad to see, because she's been killing it all season. Chanel, for me, and hi, once again, me being biased towards Chanel. Shocker, I know. But I really just loved what Chanel did. I loved what Chanel did. It was so different. You know, there could have been places to elevate a little bit more in the performance, just to give a little bit more drama, give a little bit more intrigue, involve the backing dancers a little bit more maybe in something. But I think what she did and what she performed is what she's done in Vegas for 30 years. And I'm not mad at it from her. I really, really did enjoy. I would say hers is probably also top 5 of all time for talent for me as well, River. I do agree. Vanjie, though, really just knocked it out of the park for me. Just the funny, the performance, the song, the reveals. Like, this is the new bodysuit song. Move over, bodysuit, my bodysuit. It's, I am the leotard bitch. I am the leotard bitch. Like, that's, move over plane, by plane. It's all about Vanjie now. So
I do like the actual singer that recorded Bodysuit, Chrissy. I love her.
Chrissy Chapleka is an icon. We love Chrissy.
Iconic.
We don't love Plane, but we love Chrissy Chapleka. Thank you. Yes. I met her at DragCon last year. She was an angel.
I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah, truly so good. For me, there were 3 people that I would have been fine with any of the 3 of them being in the top, and it was Angeria, Chanel, and Vanjie. Those were my 3. And honestly, that might have been my top 3 for the season, if I'm being honest. I think if I had to narrow it down, I think my top 2 would have been Angie and Chanel. Shocker, I know. Truly shocking that I'm saying it should have been Angie and Chanel. So surprising. But I think I would have gone with Angie and Chanel as my top 2.
I kind of agree with you, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Angie. I think 100% Angie should have been like in the top 2 of the season, the finalists. But I don't think she was in the top 2 for this episode. So by the rules of the show, she wouldn't have been. If she hadn't won, she wouldn't have been in the finale, and then that would have felt wrong for me. You know.
Right.
But because
it's like,
I'm so happy with the results, but like, I'm not happy about how those results came to be.
I get that for sure.
If that makes sense.
It's like, okay.
I disagree wholeheartedly. I definitely disagree wholeheartedly. I think what she did in this episode earned her spot in the finale. I feel like her performance in this talent show earned her spot, and then her runway earned her spot in this finale.
Yeah.
That's just me.
That's fair.
Like I said, I'm not mad at all, but like,
It's like, for me, as much as my ideal top 3 coming out of this would have been Roxy, Angie, and Chanel. And it's like, if we had to sacrifice Chanel in order to get Angie in the top 3, then like, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
And
because of like the whole season.
Yeah.
Right?
The whole season for me, I think,
by the rules of the show, if the rules of the show, like of the thing is, the person that wins the talent show gets like 3 badges and all that, like, then it's just like, I agree with the results. I just don't agree with how they got to that.
That's fair.
Which is just, is not on the queens at all. It's just on like the production. But yeah, because
I would have had, Lana, did you say who your top 2 for this challenge would have been? It would have been Angeria and somebody?
My top 2 for this challenge probably would have been Angie and Chanel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
As long as we all agree Chanel should have been there.
She should have been there. Because
for this challenge, for me.
For this challenge, sure.
For this challenge, for me, Angeria was like my 4th favorite. So like, she was not in like my least favorites of the challenge. So I'm not like that mad, you know? She did well still. I just,
I see that.
Yeah.
So let's move to a brief discussion of our runways. Of course, we are going to have a look over here episode where we dive into the looks fully. But our category is Finale Eleganza. Quick thoughts, because we've got some results and some lip syncing to talk about. But first up, Angeria, Paris, Van Michaels, Andrews. She, in the live finale viewing, she was like, Roxy is my mother. For those of y'all that don't know now, Roxy is my mother. So, Angeria, Paris, Van Michaels, Andrews, maybe. Yeah. Just Miss Angie. How about Miss Angie? There we go.
This dress is so gorgeous. This dress is so stupidly gorgeous. This is what I want in a finale look. It's so good. She looks good. I love how the the orange, all the orange, and then she has these big blue earrings. And you're like, where's this blue coming from? Where's the blue coming in? Then it's at the bottom of the dress, and it's that blue. It's so good, and she looks stunning. I love this wig. I mean, when does Angie not look stunning? Because never. But she looks great. I love this. I thought this dress was amazing. I thought this runway was phenomenal. I thought she looked great. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Deserves spot. There it is for me.
This dress is beautiful. She looks like royalty in like here, period. The dress for me is perfection. I do agree with you and I love the blue with the orange. I'm not the biggest fan of this hair, but I also don't hate it. So
my comment is mm, 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 mm. That's all.
she looks beautiful.
Beautiful. Next up, got Mac.
It's very got me. It's very got me. It's on brand. And I didn't expect anything less.
I love this, especially the hair and the train. She looks amazing. The only thing is, because her looks for the finale of season 13 were just like so, I mean, out of this world, literally, like this kind of in comparison for it being an All-Stars finale, I'm kind of like, but still, I mean, so good.
She's just so good. I love this, and I honestly do wish that Gottmik got a little bit more appreciation on this season because she did a great job. She did a great job on this season, and this look just caps off what for me is going to be like her and Plastique for me had the two best runway packages honestly so far of the year, and it's really difficult for me to decide which one I like better. I got to be honest.
Yeah,
but
the details, like, this is so good.
So good. Gorgeous like Selena.
This is very
It's
Selena.
gorgeous.
It's very Selena.
So Selena.
It's so Selena. I was like, she walked in, I was like, oh, bitty, bitty, boom, all right, work. Love it. She looks gorgeous. It's pretty. It's cute. Is it what I want for a finale? No, I feel like this is a any other runway. But it's pretty.
I love the reference. I love this hair. She looks beautiful. This is the third or maybe fourth time this season that we see Georges in black hair and a red outfit. I am bored. Next.
Honestly, same.
I mean,
she looks gorgeous, but same girl.
I mean,
it is what it is.
Plastique tiara.
She never ever misses. She never ever misses. She always works. She always does it. I love this woman very much. I love this woman very much.
like, everyone else, go home. Like, oh my God, this woman. Stop it. Stupid.
Disgustingly good.
Ugh.
Disgusting. Next up, Nina West.
This is so elegant. Nina looks gorgeous. Love this wig. I think this is my favorite wig on with Nina. Like this whole season, this is my favorite wig. Like I want to borrow that, and I know it won't look good on me because it's too blonde, but I love it and I'll wear it anyway because gorgeous. Nina looks gorgeous. That's all I can say about this look.
Yeah, she looks beautiful. like so stunning. The only thing is, I wish I had chosen a different fabric for the skirt, but nonetheless, she looks beautiful.
You know, Michelle made a comment where she was like, oh, you put away the costume and you just gave full glamour. Is this not giving Princess Diaries? And in that way, is this not giving costume?
It's giving Anastasia's to me. The dress. It's giving Anastasia the princess. The Russian princess.
Okay.
Is it a... yeah, the movie.
Well, she literally she brought
she's a
up
redhead,
Princess
anyway.
something of Monaco. So I'm like...
It's still a costume, but it's a beautiful costume.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, she looks stunning.
There's nothing wrong. And that's why I just like sometimes don't agree with Michelle when she talks about stuff, especially when it's like costuming and stuff. There's nothing wrong with a good costume if it's done right. And this is a costume that is done right because it's in every play, in every movie or whatever, especially these big, like dramatic scenes or galas or whatever. We see these women in these big, huge dresses and costumes, and they look so elegant and beautiful. There's nothing wrong with a costumey look as long as the costume is good. And this is a good costume. It's just beautiful. It's just one of those scenes in the movie where the girl comes out and she's just looking stunning in this beautiful dress, and you like, oh, I've never seen.
It's giving
you
that
look so
moment
beautiful
in
before.
a Cinderella story where Hilary Duff comes out and like she's coming down the stairs. It's giving
in the
that
big
moment.
poofy dress. It's
Very
just a beautiful costume where the girl looks stunning, and that's what Nina is doing. Yeah. It's nothing wrong with a costume as long as it looks good. Period.
Definitely, I agree. Roxanne Andrews.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's dripping in gold. It looks opulent. It looks mothered here. I will say she ate this up, and y'all know I'm not a hugest fan of Roxy, but I give credit where credit is due, and she looks very rich here, very opulent here. She looks the part of she came to win.
Yeah. She looks regal, expensive, like royalty. I just, and this is nitpicking very much, but I wish the headpiece was bigger. That's all. But like, it's amazing. She looks beautiful.
That's honestly the only issue I had with it as well. Was I just wanted the headpiece to be a little bit grander, but
maybe
overall,
like at the shoulders, like maybe here, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, Chanel.
I gagged when she came out. I gagged.
Yeah.
A girl.
My favorite look of the night.
My favorite look of the night.
My favorite look of the night.
100%.
Like,
stupid.
And everyone looks so
glamorous.
stupid good that I was like, how is Chanel my favorite of the night? But she is.
And like, is it just her body? There's no like nude illusion, and is it just?
We'll talk about it more and look over here. But yeah, basically,
I don't know, but like this is perfection
so good.
to me. Perfect.
It's so good. It's so good. So good. It's so good. And last up, Miss Vanjie.
It sure is.
Oh, I really like this actually. Okay, so I guess we'll move on to
Lana, do you want to?
I like Vanjie's.
And we'll hear more from you about that later. And Chanel's.
I like Vanjie.
I love this.
Great. Gorgeous. Yes. So we get some results. We find out that the top 2 of the week for the challenge are Angie and Vanjie, which is not an outcome I was fundamentally upset at. Because I liked Vanjie's a lot. I liked Angie's a lot. So I wasn't like fundamentally disappointed in this. But those are the top 2 for the challenge.
I'm not mad at the top 2. I just don't agree.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad.
Fair enough.
They didn't do bad, so like it's fine. You know.
Agreed. And then everything could change with the double diamond. Ooh, who's gonna get the double diamond? It's Nina. So it doesn't matter. It's actually really interesting to look at where the votes landed. So Nina only got 3 votes, which was enough to get her the win for the double diamond. She had Gottmik, Roxy, and Chanel vote for her. Roxy received 2 votes from Nina and Plastique. Vanjie voted for Gottmik. Georges voted for Plastique. And Angie voted for Vanjie. Now, why isn't anyone voting for Chanel?
I kind of like that this twist that they try to do that was going to be like, could potentially be something big, actually didn't change the results at all.
Actually didn't do a single thing at all. I loved it. I loved
That
it.
made me laugh so much. I was like, oh,
I loved it.
Nina wins. And still you're not, no.
And still you're not in the top
girl.
because
I was like,
we find out that based on badge count, our top 3 queens of the season are Angeria, Roxy, and Vanjie. I'm not mad.
me either.
I'm not mad. Like,
I would have loved Chanel to be in there, but I'm not
me
mad.
too.
Yeah, I'll say it again. I'm not mad. I just disagree. But
Fair.
hey,
Fair.
it is what it is.
And so we get our finale lip sync. It is the solo. We're back to the solo lip sync format, which I really liked for this kind of lip sync too, because we're lip syncing to Rhythm Nation finally.
Girl,
We are
it's been too
part
long.
of a Rhythm Nation.
I was-
Copyright.
I was very excited and thrilled, and just when the music hit, I was like, you know, those moments when you're like, oh my god! I was like, yeah, oh,
this is a song for a finale lip sync. Now this
Mhm.
is what I'm talking about.
it's
So good.
so good.
But here's the thing, because we got that like one person lip sync, and they had like the 3, like the split camera. I
Mhm.
wish we just had the 3 split cameras, and so we could watch their full
all
lip
3 of
syncs.
do all of
All
it.
3 of
Mhm.
them. Yeah. That's the only thing. Like the editing, I kind of wanted to see like all of that, but
Because for me, the editing showed who I thought they were going to win, and didn't show who actually won. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
Because when the edit was happening, I was like, uh-oh, okay. Well, I know
Yeah.
who's going to win this. I see who's about to win this. And I was like, okay. But then when they actually announced the winner, I was like, oh, that is not who I thought was going to win this.
Because I'm gonna be honest. I love Angeria.
Thought it was Roxy.
She was the worst.
Yep. Not bad, but
Not bad.
2 other people did better. So.
I disagree, Lana. I actually thought Vanjie was my favorite in this.
I thought Roxy gave the essence of Rhythm Nation.
I agree.
I thought Roxy gave us what Rhythm Nation, if Janet Jackson was performing Rhythm Nation, she gave us the essence of what Rhythm Nation was. Like it was those quick, like she was giving us the head, and she was bop, 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 what Janet would give. I thought Vanjie gave us a performance of Rhythm Nation. She gave us what Janet would do on tour. Roxy gave us what Janet did in the video. So it was kind of like that.
And that's why That's why I liked Vanjie's more, because it
I
felt
mean-
more like a mix of Janet from the Rhythm Nation, tour and all that kind of stuff. But there was still a lot of Vanjie injected into it. I didn't get a whole lot of Roxy from Roxy's performance, but that's just
I felt like Vanjie gave us Vanjie covering Janet on tour. Like what she thinks is like her caricature of Janet on tour performing Rhythm Nation. Like, I'm still gonna do, because Vanjie's a dancer. So she's gonna give us I'm Gonna Dance. She's giving us very much, dance Janet. Like Janet would dance and we would have this performance of Rhythm Nation. Roxy gave us in video, I'm gonna look at like what Janet did in the video. I'm gonna look at this camera. I'm gonna look you in the eye to your soul to let you feel these words that I'm saying, because this was such an important song. It's such a social justice kind of a song, and it was just like you wanted to feel the
The meaning of the song, right?
Every drum beat, every change in rhythm, and every what she was saying, like the music by my side to break the color, like everything. Roxy was looking in the camera and giving us very essence, very Rhythm Nation video. Like, okay, yeah, and I know I'm about to really show my age right here, but it gave us the moment that video came out. The first time that video came out, I watched it the day it was debuted, and the feeling that everybody got watching the debut of that video and hearing that song was something that it was a moment. It was a moment that we talked about the next day. It was like when Thriller came out. It was like when Renaissance came out, when the moment you felt when you heard You Can't Break My Soul for the first time, or when the Renaissance,
or like Vogue, or something.
Or when Vogue, yes, when Vogue,
yeah.
like it's just so certain musical moments that happen. So it's very important. So when we were watching that, I think Roxy was probably the same age as me, or close to the same age as me. So she probably felt
close. She's a couple years off.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she probably felt that that moment of that importance of Rhythm Nation when it came out. So she was giving us, okay, this is how I felt when I saw Rhythm Nation. And she was giving us the essence of it all. I think for Angeria, she was still in her Park and Bark moment, but she was kind of like, but I know I have to do a little bit more. Do I think she did the best in the lip sync? I don't. I don't think she did the best in the lip sync, but I think she did fine.
The best in the season?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That's
See,
what
Lana, I think, tell me if you agree, but like what I got from you, what you were saying, what was I going to say is that to me, Roxy got the nuances of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Like the part that we don't see, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
She got that part.
Yeah.
And Vanjie, like she was performing
Mm-hmm.
to the beat of the song, and Roxy was performing to the lyrics of the song. To me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Angeria did a good performance, but what it gave to me was that Angeria could have been performing any song.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but it could have been any song that was like a dancey song, and
she would have did the same performance.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she would have done the same thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I think that to me, the two people that did the best in the season was Roxy and Angie.
Yeah.
So I would have been fine with either of them winning.
Same.
Either way. So I'm happy Angie won because.
Well, let me River. Angie wins! Yay! Yay!
The only look, don't cover it up, River, because it's only a problem when they want to do that, because they always spoil everything for me.
Well,
they spoil everything,
Julie,
and I want to hold off and say something. They're like, "Oh, well, spoiler alert!" I'm like,
okay, well, regardless, whatever. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But Angie won. Angie won Drag Race.
Period.
End of
Angie won.
story. No revisionist history.
Did y'all watch the live reaction?
Yes.
Yes.
I did.
And that's why I'm happy that she won, because Angie is such a genuine person. The fact that she's the only queen that makes sure to watch all of the franchises and give the flowers to all of the girls. All of the girls. Like that's like why I don't agree with how she got there, because I think she deserved to win in a better way, because she deserved to win. Period. And I'm so happy for her.
Yeah.
She ate the season up. I am so happy with her winner. So deserving.
I have been such a big Angeria fan since the moment we met her in the season 14 cast assessment. I was like, that is my girl. That is my girl. And to watch her react to her winning, and truly I can tell she didn't expect to win. And that really, for me, is what just makes it so heartwarming. Like you said, River, she is one of us. She watches all of the franchises. She keeps up with all of this. It really is the queen of the people. And I'm so happy that she is getting that recognition. The fact that we could see Angeria on All Winners 2 is astronomical to me. This is the first time in a really, really long time where I'm like, oh my God, the queen that I'm absolutely in love with won the season. I think it might be the first time this year that that's happened for me. No shade to any of the other winners, but like, I think this is the first time this year that the queen that I wanted to win won, and it's a really nice feeling.
Yeah. And like, what Angeria is going to do with this crown and like how she's going to represent the show is to me like one of the things that makes me the happiest as to why, like, the fact that she won, because she is gonna, like, I think she's gonna do great. Like, she's already done great things, but like, I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy for her. This is so
Deserve.
I love this for her. For somebody not knowing who she was coming into this season, she has really, really become one of my favorite people from this season. And I was like, she is going to garner new fans and new supporters and new followings, because I'm definitely going to follow all of her stuff on socials from this point on, because I want to know. And then hearing about how she is the queen of the people and how she does follow all of the franchise and how she hypes up all the queens. And I love that. I love queens supporting queens, women supporting women, people supporting people. Like, I love that. And so that just makes me even more happier that I jumped on the Angeria Paris Ben Michaels bandwagon. And I love her. I'm very happy for her. And she definitely deserves the win. I don't care what nobody says on any of these platforms.
Anyone trying to discredit her,
right? Argue with the wall,
right
honey.
Now. Stop it.
Argue with the wall, baby. You will never get me to change my mind. You will never make me not like Angeria Paris Ben Michael. You can never do it. No. So argue with the wall.
And I hope that now, because usually they bring for the pit stop hosts, they bring winners. So I hope Angeria host the pit stop for Global All Stars, because she knows all the girls.
That would be so perfect.
I would love to see it.
That would be so perfect. I was gonna say something. I cannot remember what I was gonna say.
Well, look over here is happening, so you can say it over there.
Probably. I did want to talk about the overall earnings for their charities for this season, because the discrepancies are kind of wild. So obviously Angeria won, and with the $200,000 that she won for her charity, it means that the National Black Justice Coalition is getting $231,500, which is wonderful. Roxy and Vanjie, for being the runners up, both receive an additional $25,000. So Roxy is walking away with $64,000 for the Miracle of Love. Vanjie is walking away with $31,500 for the ASPCA. Gottmik is walking away with $29,000 for Trans Lifeline. Georges is walking away with $14,000 for NAMI. Nina is walking away with $11,500 for the Trevor Project. Chanel is walking away with $11,500 for the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. And Plastique Tiara, despite winning 4 challenges, is only walking away with $6,500 for the Asian American Foundation.
That's
She only won money in the last episode.
Well,
Julie.
Julie.
Well, Julie.
And she spent the most in her package, allegedly.
She spent the most, allegedly. And, yeah.
Which goes to show for toxic Drag Race fans that having the best package doesn't mean you're going to win. So, like, can we...
That part.
Yeah.
And it is undeniable that she had one of the best runway packages this season.
Right.
absolutely
Right.
Undeniable. But,
undeniable.
yeah.
But the best package does not a winner make.
And that's literally what, who said that online? Someone literally tweeted that.
I don't know. Well,
I don't remember. But before we go, I do have a draft update. And this is the closest draft I think we've ever done. But coming in fourth is David with 64.5 points. Coming in third is Brooke with 70. Coming in second is Kamorian with 71.5 points, which means I won again!
I'm about to say, who are these other people? I don't know them. I only know you.
I don't know them either.
I only know you.
I know, which means I win regardless! Yay!
And that was the shade that it was meant to be.
you say what you said.
Yay.
I said what I said. Congratulations, Logan. You won
Congratulations,
again.
Logan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So,
Who was your team? Because I don't remember.
Angie and Chanel.
Work.
So, Angie really, I only won by 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
Because second place had Vanjie and Plastique. So, it was, I think I was fourth for most of this draft. And then as soon as Chanel started picking up steam, I'm like, all right, I'm back in it. But I could not be happier about this winner, about this season. Oh, I remember what I was going to say earlier. She is now the 11th Black winner of Drag Race internationally. So she is, I think, the 8th Black winner in the US. Plus we have Raja O'Hara, who won Canada. We have Organza, who won Brazil, and we have Kiona, who won France. So,
What about Tia Coffee?
It's Tia now.
Tia Coffee.
Yes.
So 12th,
Right?
12.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But that is that on this season of All Stars. Make sure to check out our look over here where we are going to dive into the looks from this finale. But otherwise, thank you for joining us on this All Stars journey. I hope you stick around with us because we are currently covering Canada versus the world. We are still currently covering Drag Race Mexico. And in a couple weeks, we will be back to start diving into Drag Race Philippines and Global All Stars, with another franchise probably on the horizon soon, because I saw the first promo for España Season 4. So, I know, Lana, I'm sorry. I know.
Strap
I'm
in,
sorry,
y'all.
Lana.
Strap in.
I know, I'm sorry.
Look, I might have to dip out on the Spania. I don't know if I can handle it.
No, Lana, no!
I can handle the Spania again. They disappointed me 2 years in a row.
I understand. I understand.
Oh.
But thank you for joining. Make sure to check out the description below for all of our audio podcast links, all our other YouTube channels, and where you can find us on our social media at The Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You could also go follow all of us down below, and you could go get your merch, including but not limited to Cup mug there as well. Thank you so much for joining us for this season. We hope that you stick around for all of the subsequent Drag Race seasons this year, because we will be covering all of them. So with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bing.
Stan Angie. Period.
Always. Bye.
Period. Goodbye.
Paris Van Michael.